Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we are taking a look at Dungelot, Shattered Lands. I think it's pronounced Dungelot, not like Dungelot. That'd be weird. And this is a game by Red Winter Software and published by Tiny Build. I meant to cover it a little while ago, but sadly then I got out with a bad cold, and I'm still not quite over it rather. So it was actually a blessing in disguise, because I'd put in about an hour of the game and I was like, yep, okay, I'm ready to do some first impressions. But in the duration of me being ill and not being able to record any videos, I found myself playing this quite a lot, and I actually have 7 hours in it now, and I'm glad I put more time into it because I didn't quite get it at first. And now I do. So I've done 10 out of the 18 dungeons in the game, but there is also multiple characters and you get various bonuses for doing the dungeons. It's a bit of a weird one to explain. It's a roguelike-ish, Rogue Legacy-esque game where the combat is loosely based around the rules of Minesweeper, sort of. I've unlocked 2 of the 4 characters so far. The Paladin is who you start with, and I've also unlocked the Vampire, but there's also the Witch and the Bard, and you have to finish the various acts to unlock them, and then that gives you incentive to go back and do previous stages because you will unlock more stuff. And they play differently. We'll play as the Vampire. I think I prefer the Vampire to the Paladin.
Is my life.
Each class has gear that they start with. They have skills that you unlock by progressing through the game, so I haven't got everybody's 4th skill yet. Base stats, well, these aren't their base stats. I've had permanent upgrades for everybody. They also have passives. So the 2 passives for the Vampire are he has a chance, 15%, to drain 15% of the creature's base HP by killing them, but it won't work with bloodless creatures, in other words like skeletons and whatnot. The other passive is fire does extra damage to him. So it's like a positive and a negative one. The negative trait for the Paladin, for instance, is Tithe, where every 10th coin you get just gets taken away from you because you're paying your church or whatever. The skills the Vampire has we'll get into because we're using them. We'll jump in. So I am in Act 2, but we can go back to Act 1 to do like one of the shorter dungeons just to show you how it's done first of all. It's saying it's 75% complete because I've only finished everything here with 2 of the 4 characters. Although wouldn't that not be 75%? Either way, once you finish an area you get an endless dungeon you can just go into, which is there. But I don't know, if we do like, can we do this one again? Oh, it won't let me do it again. So that's why you have the endless dungeon. 90% of gold earnings in the Endless Dungeon goes to the developer. Test your skills and survive as long as you can. Your hero doesn't progress. Well, if you don't progress, screw that. I'll go and try and get some progress done. Well, let's go to Act 2. And I'll try and explain how the game plays. How I thought it went at first, and then upon playing it for longer, how I actually now believe it's supposed to play. I didn't get it at first. So there's the next boss I'm heading towards, is the big Ogre King. There's the Witch class I have to unlock. I was trying to work out how the hell you get to her, but it seems you have to, there's only one way now, because you can't just, you can't get past that chest to fight him, so you have to go through this dungeon, which is deadly. It's the first area I've done that's been rated as deadly. I'll unlock something for the Vampire if I do it. It's got 35 floors, and my best run was 27 out of 35 before I got screwed over by Goblin Scum. Anyway, let's enter and I'll show you how it plays. Big items do not stack in the inventory. So this is how a floor looks in the game. You have a door, and to get into the door you have to find the master key. That is your only real goal. However, you've also got to manage your mood, which is this bar here, your food, which gets used up 1 per floor you go down, and also your inventory, which is very limited space. You have your primary weapon, you have a secondary slot, which sometimes you can't use if you've got a 200 weapon, but it can be for like magic wands, shields, armor slot, which is handled outside of combat, and then also an accessory slot here. So because of various upgrades and whatnot I've done, I start with an ability to fill up 2 food and also a potion that gives me back 20 HP. Down the bottom here, health 53, my attack per swing is 7, and my armor is 23. Armor gets chipped away before health, and then also there's a bunch of quests you can do to get achievements. I think you press on here and you can see them. Yeah, like slay 15 orcs, that'll give you 10 gold. Slay 30 beholders, etc, etc. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you can unlock just by playing. So when I originally started playing the game, and it didn't really matter for the early Act 1 dungeons, like say I used my move, I discovered that there's an enemy there. My inclination was, right, I have to fight the enemy. That's not how you do the game, and that was my misconception. Now when a monster spawns, the tiles around them become inaccessible until you kill them, so sometimes you can't avoid combat, but you shouldn't go looking for it either unless you have to, which is the Minesweeper angle that I didn't quite get. Now luckily, because we found the Shaman first, she didn't get to do her special ability, which is spawn a totem that can attack you or heal enemies or buff enemies, but there was no empty square, so she got to do bugger all, thankfully. She does have a death rattle though, so if she dies she increases the attack and HP of all other enemies you've discovered so far by 1. An important rule for the game is that if you try and attack an enemy, they will always hit you first unless you've used an ability that prevents that. So they always get a hit in. That's another reason why generally you just kind of want to avoid them. Right, that's an item, that's a lucky coin. We can do quite a few things with that. There's our key, so we can just go down to the next floor. However, because we found our key, I'm going to see what else I can kind of discover, if anything. Maybe get some items, maybe get some food. No, we found a beholder. They suck, they destroy your spells when they die. Bats, they have a percentage chance to dodge. Yeah, 15% chance to dodge. Other than that, they're pretty weak. That said, I'm just going to ignore these enemies and we're going to go down to the next floor. I'm just going to take away one food, put us on floor 2, and this one has a special rule. It's Dragon's got gas, it's filled with poisonous gas, so certain squares are going to be contaminated. The way you get rid of them, well, you can just press on them, but you lose attack for a few turns and you lose health. Or if you clear the blocks around them, the dragon gas gets cleared automatically. So let's see if we can do that to this square here. There we go. We found a skeleton, who we can right click and get some more information about. They can't bleed. Other than that, they're just a regular skeleton, probably a past adventurer. Let's head up here and see what else we can get. You can go quite quickly, but you just got to be a little bit careful about what you press on sometimes. Oh, there's some meat, good. Ah, for instance, if you find one of the chompers from Super Mario, they attack you if you press a square adjacent to them for the number of turns they have remaining. So if we press this square, we're fine. Although we found another enemy. So now we've got to make some decisions. I have no spells, so we are just going to have to do some attacking. I'm going to attack this guy because he's weak. He does have a special rule though, where if you try and kill him with a bomb, he hits everybody when he dies with a death rattle. So we killed him. Pardon me, he took away 2 of my armour, but it gives us another... I hate the goblin thieves. They steal an item when they die. So I would rather avoid him. I'm not actually sure if me hitting him will trigger the chomp from him. Because I'm not actually clearing a square, but I am pressing a square next to him. Maybe it's only like the main directions. Let's try it. Alright, I can get away with it. I've still got 3 turns to waste though. That's a very awkward position. In fact, even if I kill this guy, I'm still going to have to press on him, I think. What items do I have right now? I'll use that. It's just going to give me 1 to 3 points of armour. It gave me 3. I'm going to use that. So he's either going to steal my potion or he's going to steal my lucky coin when he dies. Good. He took the coin. And he was a champion, actually. I didn't notice that. Got a bunch more money. We will run into shops. Can you please hurry up and just go away? There we go. Where you can buy stuff. Your money is also used for permanent upgrades in terms of like weapons, armor, and also just like character, not just character wide, all your classes wide permanent upgrades in your mansion, which I'll show you in a second. Well, in a second, once we die. Rotten meat I don't like because it drops your mood. If you lower your mood below like neutral, there's a chance your character will just refuse to act, and it's really, really bad. The critical chance goes up if your mood improves though. So rather than use this rotten meat, it's also not worth selling, so I'm going to salvage it instead. And watch what this does to that bar there. It filled it a little bit, so the higher this bar goes, the more chance you have of your special skills activating, which for the vampire we went over is Blood Drain. He also has Hell's Bite, which is just a 1% chance that an enemy will get swallowed up by Hell itself. It looks awesome when it happens, by the way. For the Paladin, the Finger of God comes down and does 9999 damage. So the higher the bar is, the more chance there is for your passives triggering. Your positive passives. So we want that to happen, and that's a good way of getting rid of items you don't really want in a productive manner. When there's no point selling them when they sell for like 1 gold, who cares? There's our key, and there's a couple of spells, which we'll probably end up using on the next floor. Let's go down. So Ancient Guardian, this is going to attack enemies when we detect them. When discover them, rather. Ah, that is a crafting reagent. And use that to make some fire bombs, which I'm going to do. Back out. Good, we found another spell, so when we do encounter some enemies I can maybe dispatch them with spells. This is the thing you're really supposed to sell. I just salvaged them. I haven't found money an issue for a little while now, so give me another pep, that's okay. We will use the iron ingot to give me more armour. Give me 1. And we are going to use Sharp Stone. It's going to give me +1 or 2 attack on my next swing. Just to clear up inventory space. Inventory management can be a problem, quite frequently. Oh god, all these must be enemies. Why have we not found an enemy yet? There we are. And the Ancestral Guardian did 1. Did 1. Ah! Alright, we're going to ignore these 2 bats. Let's keep going. There's also special event floors we can get to, which we'll probably see. That was an unfortunate discovery. So if I kill him, he's going to destroy one of my spells. So I'd rather not have to do that. And we're not going to have to. We've got an axe that just does like 1 to 2 damage. Free though, the enemy doesn't get to attack you when you use it. Except if they have a special rule. The downside is I think it only does like extra damage if the target's bleeding. Or if the target hasn't got full HP, it does more damage. We'll just piece out of that floor. Let's go down. Alright, so every few floors you get a hideout. That gives you a bunch of money or food. I think it's randomised. I've bought an upgrade where we'll always get a shield of some kind. And you can also just steal some money there. You can sleep in the bed to expend supplies for HP. So, let's just use that then to clear the space. We'll take our shield. So the shield has durability of 20, which means it can work 20 times. It blocks 1 physical damage and increases our armour by 10% of our base HP, which we'll use. And it uses up that slot right there. What you got for sale, my man? Berserker potions, fire bombs, mug of ale, which increases your mood. If you drink too many things, you get drunk. And sharpening stones. I'm going to buy 1 ale to increase my mood by 1 because there's a lot of stuff that can lower your mood and it's death when you do that. So there we go, I'm slightly happy now rather than neutral. Got a good buzz going from my booze there. Let's go. Ah, okay. So, this is very frequent that you'll get an enemy who is ranged. In other words, they will attack you regardless of whether you attack them or not. They have a negative where they only have a 50% chance to hit you though. So death mark, damage against hero increased by 1. That's another reason to get rid of them. So generally what you want to do when you encounter a ranged enemy, they're guarded by armoured tiles which take a few clicks. You want to kill them without having to get to them because otherwise you're going to lose too much HP. So, we're going to chuck this bomb, which is only going to do 3 damage, but I'll just get rid of it. Which also is his weakness apparently. And we're going to use Dark Hit. So this is one of my spells. It does 30% of your power, so the more power you have, the more damage it's going to do. Power is this bar, I believe. But if it doesn't kill the target, you hurt yourself when you use it. But this will kill him, so that's okay. Goodbye. So, oh, I'm so glad. I hate the rats so much. They get plus attack and HP for every square around them. Sadly, I am going to have to fight him. And we can't use our other spell because there's no hole. So what we could do then is chuck a firebomb at him. Because I crafted this, I've got a trait where it does more damage. It burned him, and then we're going to chuck the axe at his face.
See you in the next life.
Yes, exactly. So I left him on 1 HP, that means the burn is going to kill him when I press on him. And we actually absorb 1 HP from him. So, another thief. Ugh, that's a champion thief as well. Alright, so this is another enemy type where you can't kill them with a bomb, otherwise they deal damage to everybody, and they also poison adjacent blocks when they die. He's annoying. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move him. Now this is best used when you've discovered a drop hole, where it's just like a hole because it will kill them. But we'll handle that, it'll let us... Oh, okay. It'll let us find an orc. They are one of the rarer enemy types who will attack you even if you don't attack them every couple of turns. Oh, it's if you use an item, yeah. We are just going to have to fight him. So if I use an item, he's going to hit me anyway. Oh, this is what I meant to press on. Let's just... We'll use up this firebomb because it's weaker than the ones I made, and then I can attack and kill him. And he increases the attack of other enemies when he dies. Take the food, thank you. Give me the key. Give me the key. No, don't give me a shaman. That totem attacks you every couple of turns if you don't hit it. So that means I'm going to have to fight the totem. Because he's going to hit me anyway. So things are starting to turn real quick here. Negatively against me. Oh, I can't win. So the key is in one of these 3 locations. This might be the floor where we die. This is an increase to fire defense for the floor. Oh yeah, counted as an item, of course. But we are going to die real quick here. I got very unlucky with this floor. I got screwed over. Oh, damn it, it's on one of these 2. Well, that's the way it goes. I'll try and pull something back here, but I don't think I can. Which in a way is a blessing in disguise because that means I can go back out and show you some of the other aspects. I mean, you are going to just steal something when I kill you, so actually I'm just going to use the health potion because I need it anyway. I'm going to use the bomb to kill you, and then you'll steal my last one when you die. But because it was a champion, we got a bonus item. We got Geralt's Medallion, which is a increased crit chance. Yes, 10%. It's a very, very common one to find that. I don't think we're going to get through the... Oh, we found the random event. So, a group of travellers cries out for help. You don't sense any threat. Respond to their calls. They're actually just thieves and bandits, so our intuition is crap. We lost 2 HP. Good! Do we have any bombs left? Nope. So we're going to have to fight our way to this guy, and he's going to get a lot of chances to attack me. So that's not good. Oh, well, that's going to hurt him, but not kill him. Let's do it. It self-heals. It damages all enemies on the screen. That it doesn't bring them low enough because the bar's gone down. Oh, we could just leave the floor. Yeah. Oh, we have another... Oh, we've met the Rolling Skulls. I've had this event before. I will invest money in them. And they gave me 2 throwing knives. Wow. Got lucky with a couple of keys here. Right, well, at least we can do some more exploring here. Get our food back up. There's the death drop. That's a crit potion, I believe. Guarantees your next attack is a crit. Alright, that's all we're doing on that floor. Down we go. You can get a good groove in. Alright, we've got a deep dark, so accuracy is decreased by 20%. If you have a lantern, you can counter it, but we don't. And we're getting another event. If you have a lantern, you can actually cheat this one. So apparently it's got 2 are poisoned out of 3 cups. I'm just going to ignore it. Because I don't trust it. Let's damage both them a little bit. Is that enough to kill them? Absolutely not. Let's chuck a throwing knife at one. I bled him. Let's chuck a throwing knife at the other one. Bleed him. Still not low enough for me to kill with my spell, so we're going to have to attack.
See you in the next life.
And still not low enough. By 1, yeah. Oh, actually, I should have... Bleed would have proc, so it would have been enough. Nope, didn't mean to press the door again. So, the game, Dungelot, Shardlands, is available right now on Steam. It's just fully released, not early access or anything like that. It is feature complete for £6.99, which is a exceptionally fair price for what you're getting here. Why must you always spawn this tome? The one that I can't ignore because it will attack me. I could have just left, mind you. Yeah, they're asking for a ridiculously fair price. It doesn't have that many dungeons, I suppose, but the fact it's got other characters to play as, they all play in different ways, and it's got endless dungeons as well. I think you're getting more than enough for your money here to suggest checking out the game at Steam. Now, I haven't decided yet at the point of me recording this whether or not I'm going to take advantage of the offer that Tiny Build, the publishers of the game, offered me to do an affiliate link. It might be an affiliate link. I just want you to know that I liked the game before that. However, if that is going to tarnish your opinion of my unbiased opinion of the game, keep that in mind. I wish I didn't like it, actually, because the Tiny Build guy who contacted me said he would broadcast himself on Twitch eating his hat if I didn't like it, and I wanted to call his bluff. But no, I like it. I liked it before they offered me any kind of affiliate thing. I still like it now after having spent 7 hours in it already, so I've probably got my money's worth already, but I still want to play more because I'm curious about the other characters, how they play. There's one more act to do. Every so often you do get a dungeon that just kicks your ass until you generate enough gold to like buy an upgrade or something like that. That's just it's the way it goes. Now I do think we're going to die soon, so I'm not sure I really want to bother spending any money. I'd rather just kind of lose. We got screwed over by a bad floor. Or a bad couple of floors. I can't ignore you. Well, I am just going to ignore you. This could be the floor that does us in if I don't find the key real quick. Oh dear. Okay, well, if we use both these at the same time, we might get a big buff to attack. We did. Let's kill the rat.
The taste of red.
And let's just hope... Oh, actually, I can use that to get a lot of HP back, I think. Alright. Just give me the key. Yes! Alright, let's quickly just see what else we can nab. Peace out, y'all. So yeah, if there's a Steam store link in the description box below, it's just a normal link, nothing special. If there's any kind of Tiny Build related link, that is an affiliate link, which means that I would be compensated if you bought through that link. But I think you also get an additional discount. I didn't fully read the email I got. Let's see, they're defending their wagon. Generally, this will give you good mood, but you lose HP. Oh, do it. Lost 4 HP and it gave us an elemental shield, which I don't actually like. In fact, let's just salvage both of them. Because they're worth a lot of bar. And that might mean that our special trait kicks in, and I'd love to see it at least once. So yeah, we've maxed out our bar. Let's also craft some bombs. Fire bombs. There we are. Oh, they're the worst. Oh, and it triggered! This is the insta-kill. Unfortunately, it triggered on like the worst possible enemy. Oh, it didn't. Oh, good. It didn't trigger its death rattle. When those die, it lowers your mood. Ah, okay. We need to ignore you. Ugh. Okay. We can kill you. We'll ignore the slime. So the key must be on one of these squares here. Damn. It's probably there. I'm still betting it's probably there. It's got 2 turns left. Arg! Did I just take the hit from him, or did I... Ah, I'll go after the goblins. They can attack twice every so often. That isn't using up turns, is it? Okay, I'll just take the hit. Thanks for the 4 damage. And it isn't even there! Well, that was a lucky crit, at least. We are going to die, because I know I've screwed myself over in the way I killed things, because I have to touch these poison squares. So, we're not going to be quite dead, but the next floor could very well kill us. Oh, we've got another random event. Can either agree that someone's a witch, or protest that she's innocent. I'm going to agree she's a witch. And it decreased my morale. The alternative is you save her, and you get damage, so that event very well could have killed me, so that's why I chose to do that. Now this is probably death right here, unless we can do some good stuff with these bombs. Maybe make you bleed. Alright, I think that means you die on your next turn, so now we just need to worry about this guy. And we will just chuck that at him. Yeah, bleed killed him. Oh good, another... Oh, you would have to have summoned that one. Survived on 1 HP. Can't cast spells in this floor. He's gonna kill us. That's it. We've lost. Kill me. That's a shame. Nowhere near as good as my last attempt at this either. But you keep your gold. The items you have when you die get sold for a little bit of extra money. And here's some of the weapons I've unlocked. Actually, should I maybe be giving you that so that I generate more gold? I'm not sure. There's also a bow here. It's two-handed though, so you can't use a shield. Same with the spear. It does bleed for 1 damage. Accuracy minus 20. Nah, not my style. I've only got 1 upgraded armor so far. And in the mansion, all the stuff that's kind of like just highlighted in red are upgrades I have yet to buy. The ones that are kind of fully in, they're ones I bought. Like for example, that was value of coins increased by 1. This also did that. I haven't got this one actually. I haven't got this one yet. Why is it filled in? That's weird. Reveals the golden key, so a 10% chance that you'll just get to see where the key is to get to the next floor. Can't afford that one yet. Can't afford that one yet. That gives you a chance to come back after you kill yourself. And this is a pet chomper that eats a monster every floor for a 50% chance. Can't afford that yet, so by default we will get the one that's filled in anyway. And there we go, it's now properly filled in. Yeah, so that's where you upgrade stuff permanently. That dungeon kicked my ass, and continues to kick my ass. It's the roadblock I'm up to currently. We can switch to the paladin quickly to have a look at his stats.
You have my mace.
So he has a chance when he kills an undead monster to increase his next attack. His spells are like, that's a self-heal, that's a smite, that's a attack buff, and it means he always hits first. That's the tithe skill or negative passive I was talking about. His base HP is higher than the vampire. I think his armor is lower though. But yeah, if you want to switch to him, that's how you do it. And I think that's probably going to do it for my little look at Dungelot Shattered Lands. I like it. It's not for everybody. It's one of those things where hopefully you've seen enough of it now to decide for yourself. I'd say when you jump into... Also, I didn't notice there was a dungeon there, but ignoring. Oh, that's much easier. I should have been doing this one. It's possible I've done that one with the vampire, but I just haven't done it with the paladin yet. So that's a chance to increase his base stats permanently, and that's just gold. Yeah. As I was saying, at first I didn't get it, so if you do get it, as in you buy the game, stick with it longer than an hour, because there's a lot of it's hard to explain, but I came into it thinking I knew what I was supposed to be doing on every floor. And then I kind of got the impression that no, you have to do the floor as efficiently as possible, killing as little as possible. That's the general rule I think you should go by, unless it's champion and you want to try for another item. It's an interesting game. It's not massively long if there is only the 3 acts and 18 dungeons as it says. But the price reflects that. £6.99 is more than fair. There may be a Steam Store link below, there may be an affiliate link, there'll be one of the two. I haven't decided yet at the time I'm recording this. I shall go look into that now. Thanks very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed or if you want to show support to me or developers. And I shall see you next time. Ta-ta for now.